Welcome back, trainers, and in this video I am actually going to be finally doing this. I know I've said I'm not going to, but we're going to Elite TM my Shiny Mewtwo that does have Side Strike, that's level 40, and Best Buddy, we're going to go ahead and put Shadow Ball on it. Now, yeah, it is what it is. If something comes up and it's like, oh, Mewtwo's a good counter for this raid boss and it needs this specific charge move, well, I have, 7 other Mewtwo's that can take care of the problem, right? So we'll just go ahead and do that. And usually, as time is going on, counters are getting better and better, and these Mewtwo's with these elemental charge moves are good, but it's going to get outperformed. But anyways, with that said, did it come in handy? Well, it's obviously going to be a great Pokemon for sure, but we're going to be in the Open Master League, so we're going to be going up against some pretty beefy Pokemon here. Probably should take this team to the regular Master League and just use a regular team for once. I know that's where most people are playing. I just enjoy this. I mean, I got the maxed out Snorlax. We'll switch it up. We'll probably do that tomorrow or something. So we're going to be pairing up the Mewtwo with Shadow Snorlax level 50 and the Conkeldurr. That is going to be slightly XL and a Shundo. The thing did so well yesterday, I decided to go ahead and use it again today. It can get a little bit difficult, but it is so good if you just have everything lined up. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for these battles. And before we do, though, I just want to say thank you to everybody for the support and getting me to 200 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate the support, and I will continue to bring you content. It's crazy to think that I've been on the grind for 6 years non-stop. There's been maybe a handful of days that it's not even been taking off. If I don't upload, it's definitely not a day off. There's still, my mind is going, what should I upload? What should I do? What should I do next? What's gonna, outdo the next video or something that they haven't really seen too often? And it's just been a crazy grind. This is amazing. I'm not complaining by any means. It's just I saw this opportunity that I was given to do this, and there's no time to be lazy. That's it. Simple as that. You got to stay on it. Oh, you get a little bit of money. Oh, look at this. This is nice. I could take a bit of a break. I don't have to upload all the time. Sure, I guess that could be the case for some people, but I'm going to keep going and just keep it rolling strong here. But anyways, that's enough of all that talk there. Let's see what we have going on for these battles. So we got 1-to-1 shield, bringing in the Garchomp. Snorlax is loaded up on energy here, and we're going for a body slam. Not doing too much over there. And we're just going to go ahead and spam another one of these. Just keep it going here. Conkeldurr can come in and do a lot of damage. This one, we'll see. They built up a little bit of energy here. Going for Earth Power. Okay, that's fine. Using up pretty much all that energy. Bringing in the Conkeldurr to kind of have them like... I was trying to force them to use the energy there just to kind of waste it. Otherwise, they get farmed down. But they did not let up. So it's Mewtwo versus the Dialga here. So let's see how this works. Going to go ahead and go for the Side Strike here. And we are shieldless, so Outrage or Earth Power, let's see what it is going to be. It's going to be an Earth Power. Can we get to our Side Strike? We're getting there and taking the win with our Mewtwo. Let's go. And it's not, it's not XL. It's just a level 40 Mewtwo, and it doesn't even have, like, the best IVs. I'd say it's okay. And if you did see that comparison in the beginning, I had in a better IV one. It has better IV in HP, but the thing is, its HP wasn't even more, so I'm just going to go ahead and go with this one here, the Shiny. Anyways, we have a good lead up against a Mamoswine with a Conkeldurr. We're going to go ahead and let that Avalanche go through. We're getting a shield out of them, and at this point I'm thinking, oh shoot, they're about to farm us down. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up. We want to win swap. Yeah, that's right. We gave up a shield for that. Since they did too, I feel comfortable in doing that as well. Now let's make sure we don't mess this up. We're going with Snorlax. Fantastic. We could have went in there with Mewtwo, but let's hold on to it. Unless there's a Yveltal in the back, then we're not going to be looking so horrible. So they go for Earthquake. I don't know. Maybe they're just going. I don't know what's going on there. But anyways, they're swapping into their Dragonite. Okay, I'm getting the last shield. Just going to go ahead and do this again here just to put on some more pressure. Do believe I should have swapped into Mewtwo a lot faster because we are shieldless at this point. But I figure that they're not going to be getting to a Hurricane or a Draco Meteor before that. And it is just a Dragon Claw here. We're charging up a little bit of extra energy so we can get to the Shadow Ball on the Metagross, of course. And that's mainly what this is for. Is the Metagross, I suppose the Giratina as well. But yeah, because Side Strike's not really doing too much. Focus Blast is amazing for those steel types or whatever else. But I just wanted to try this moveset out. So leading with Conkeldurr, we will be switching it off here and there, leading with Snorlax, Mewtwo, and Conkeldurr. Or I don't think we do lead with Mewtwo. But anyway, this is a mediocre match. They're going to be able to eventually win because they can just spam those charge moves a little faster. But they're letting it go through. So if that's the case, we're going to go ahead and swap into our Snorlax. And they are going to be bringing in their Mewtwo here. So this is actually a pretty good position to be in here. And I think we let this go through. And it is a Focus Blast. I suspected it to be that because they were farming up quite a bit. So I've been getting a little bit ambitious here with my Mewtwo and thinking that I can go in here and farm down with Psycho Cut with a pretty healthy opponent. Well, not necessarily healthy, but the health is really not within farm down range of a Psycho Cut like this Mewtwo here. Getting a little bit ambitious, thinking it is a Shadow Ball, it is another Side Strike, and we had a CMP. This made me really upset with myself here. So we are down a shield. It's not looking good at all here. We're going to go ahead and go for the Side Strike, of course, up against the Mamoswine. And we do have the Conkeldurr back there healthy as can be. And we're still holding on to one shield. And we're going to go ahead and land that. Swap into our Conkeldurr here. I do believe we're just going to have to let it go. There's no more shields. Yeah, that's simple as that. And they're swapping into the Garchomp. We're going to be able to win this, though. Because, well, counter is doing quite a bit of damage. Come on, countering down. And then the Mamoswine counter down. Wow, the Conkeldurr didn't even move. And the Mamoswine went down. Into the next battle, we're met with a Mewtwo with our Conkeldurr. That's obviously a horrific matchup to be in. So we're going to go ahead and swap into our Snorlax here. I guess it's not a hard counter. It's just a good counter. We do have Mewtwo with Shadow Ball. So that's why I didn't really want to go into that. Because we can maybe take it out later on with that move. So we are going to be going up against their Garchomp here, which does have Mud Shot. That's a good thing, especially with the health range that we are within. And tell me, folks, have you seen an increased amount of this thing happening? I'm going to explain to you really quick. We're going to move away from commentary. I just have to say this. When you get off a charge move and then the game freezes, something crazy is happening. Could be a lag, could be a bit of a lag or whatever, but you get off your charge move, they don't shield, and they don't take damage. Has that been happening to you more often? Because it has been with me. And I'm starting to believe more and more that it's not just the Go Battle League, okay? So anyways, we are retreating with our Mewtwo with a bunch of energy. Honestly, I really don't know what the heck I was doing here. I just was like, just swapped on a whim with all that energy. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Stone Edge. They let it go through. We take out Mewtwo with Conkeldurr. Let's go. And they're coming back in here with their Metagross. So since we are loaded up on energy, unfortunately, this is not... Yeah, well, now we're good. If they're just going to straight let it go through, we are looking fantastic. Now we're getting a shield. And, oh, that was a close one. So we had Side Strike, but again, like I said, I was getting very stupid and very greedy with the farm down with Psycho Cut for some reason up against a Metagross too there. As you can see, I had the Side Strike. We were clearly trying to farm down. So yeah, that's what I get for trying to be greedy and farming down. For the next battle, we're met with a horrible lead up against Togekiss. So we're going to go ahead and swap into our Snorlax here, which is going to be able to handle Togekiss pretty good. The Charms are going to dig in, of course, because it's just hurting everything, especially if the Togekiss is an XL like that one is. Okay. And we're getting to 2 Body Slams, and now we're going to go ahead and hit them back to back here. Let's see if they want to shield and use that last shield. I do believe we may see that happening right here. And yes, okay, so they saw the Conkeldurr. I'm thinking maybe that there's something back there that's really weak to it, so they just simply want to, I don't know. Using 2 shields there, I'm not going to be here to judge, right? So we're going to go ahead and go Side Strike up against Groudon. And at this point, I'm thinking, hey, this is looking pretty good. If Groudon's what you have to answer my Mewtwo, and they're swapping to catch the Side Strike. That was well played on the Sylveon. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and go Side Strike again. And that's good that we're seeing it here instead of up against Conkeldurr. All right, and now we're 100% in the clear. We're going to go ahead and let Mewtwo go down to Fire Punch, and then just bring in the Conkeldurr and counter down this thing, and we're going to take the win. All right, this was a flex. I was flexing here. I knew I could take the Earthquake, but I was like, yeah. Nothing against the trainer. I just had it up to here with the algorithm. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and see a Garchomp here for our next battle with our Conkeldurr. And they do have Dragon Tail, and this is questionable. questionable situation. What I'm usually going to do is go ahead and get off that dynamic punch and swap into the Snorlax, depending upon my team here. And that's what we're going to do. Going to go ahead and take that Sand Tomb, letting it go. And now our defense has been dropped. They're bringing in a Weavile. This is very interesting. We go straight for the superpower. We're not going to hold back. They let it go, and it is going to one-shot that Dark and Ice type. Bringing in a Melmetal, and well, we're just going to go superpower again. Snorlax is just doing bonus damage at this point. Superpowering everything left and right, and just running amok here. And they can't necessarily farm us down, which is perfect. So we're going to go ahead and obviously let that go, holding on to 2 shields and bringing in Conkeldurr. This is going to be looking pretty good for us here. Don't remember if I shield this. I think we do. And there's a Rock Slide, so good bait there. We're going to have a simultaneous swap into our Mewtwo and their Garchomp. We're letting this go through, calling the Sand Tomb correctly. This is awesome. Let's go. We are farming it down. Finally, our greedy farm down has paid off, and we're going to go ahead and go for the Side Strike. And we're looking good. They're just letting it go. They take the loss with 2 shields. You know, sometimes that does happen. You're expecting something else at the end, and it just counters you. Next battle, we're met with a Mamoswine. This is beautiful. They're swapping into our Garchomp. And everybody's got them because of the Community Day. So we're going to go ahead and throw this here. I maybe should have swapped sooner, but hey, just going to go ahead and do that now into our Snorlax here. So it does have Mud Shot, so that's actually good for us. Going for Earth Power, we can expect those hard-hitting moves. It's just that, you know, if we needed to just let a charge move go through, we can. The quick move's not going to take us out like Dragon Tail typically would. They're both good quick moves, right? They both have their purposes. It's just Dragon Tail is nuts, right? Especially on those level 50 Garchomps. So I don't think we could have farmed down here, so I just go ahead and throw Body Slam. It's not like a huge problem, like, oh, I wasted all that energy, whatever. They still can't farm me down with Mamoswine, and if they let that superpower go through, it's going to be pretty bad for them. So they're going to go ahead and take us out with that Avalanche. We have 1 shield. They have 1 shield. We're going to obviously go in here with Conkeldurr. The question is, do we shield up? I think we do. We want to preserve the health on this. Avalanche will bring us down, maybe even KO us there. Bring it into Togekiss. We're going to go ahead and throw the Stone Edge. If we get a shield, Mewtwo comes in. Well, I mean, Mewtwo comes in regardless, right? There's nothing else we were going to do. Stand up to a Togekiss with a Conkeldurr. Nah. Has happened, but that means you're locked. So we're going for the Side Strike, and we're getting the Side Strike, but they throw their charge move. Now, I'm hoping for an Ancient Power. If we survive, okay. But I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I have this in the bag, but it hit me. Wait a minute. They're going to go and farm me down with Mamoswine and then hit the Avalanche and take out my Conkeldurr. Shoot. Well played. It just worked out very nicely for them. They're going to be taking the win with that Mamoswine. Looking good. Okay. Alrighty. Into the next battle here. We're going to be met with a Garchomp. Alright. And we're just going to go ahead and stay in this battle here. We don't necessarily really want to swap out of this because it's fine. We're going to take a lot of damage from Earth Power or Outrage, of course. But we're also going to be putting on pressure with our Body Slams and our Lick as this Shadow Snorlax here. So going for the first Body Slam. Getting a shield out of them because we could technically have Earthquake, or I mean, yeah, well, Earthquake, yeah, or Outrage, which would, yeah, I think maybe 1 shot. Oh, well, it'll do a lot. I have to go do the Sims with the Shadow Snorlax level 50 with 50 or 10 attack. I wish I had 15. Going for another Body Slam here. I do believe we're going to be able to outpace this. Yep, looking good. They're bringing in a Melmetal. Going to be kind of forced to throw because otherwise we get off a superpower, and they're going to be forced to use their shield. So this is perfect. The Conkeldurr is going to be able to come in here and just go to town. We can let a superpower go through, no problem. We don't really want to use our last shield quite yet in case there is a Metagross back there and we go up against it with our Mewtwo. Or, yeah, I mean, there's also multiple threats. We just want to hold on to that shield. We don't need to necessarily shield it up. But I do think we will now. Yeah, they hit us with another Rock Slide bait. Swap into Mamoswine, and I'm thinking, okay, no wonder. Let's go. We're going to go ahead and go for the Dynamic Punch. Conkeldurr is going to just sweep up here. And countering down the Melmetal. Looking good. Let's go. And remember, if I miscall any Pokemon's name, you can go ahead and comment it in the thing below, but it's not like I think that Pokemon is that. It's obviously a misspoken Pokemon's name at that moment, right? Anyways, we're met with another Garchomp. Really wanted to make me lead with Gardevoir, but the second I would have done that, then I would have just started to see Melmetal or Metagross leads. So it would have just been like, yeah, well, that's the way it goes, right? That's the way the cookie crumbles. So anyways, we're just going to stay in here. We're going to let it go down because what I want to do now is, unfortunately, is this Sand Tomb. Now they're able to farm down even more. Bring in Conkeldurr and farm down. And Outrage will pretty much almost one-shot us in case the Sand Tomb. Thank goodness. We're going to be able to counter down. Still holding on to a shield. Not the most health on the Conkeldurr, but it is decent. And they're bringing in a Melmetal. This is going to be doing a lot of damage if they do let it go through. And they are. Okay, we're going to go ahead and swap into our Mewtwo, and they are going into an Excadrill. So what about Shadow Ball? It's like, this is what it's all about, this Mewtwo with like double legacies, and it hasn't even really did anything. Well, there you go. There it did. It did something. We're able to do neutral damage to Excadrill and get to our Psystrike. So, I mean, it's just a matter of the position. I'm sure if I ran Mewtwo again tomorrow, we'll find a position in where we're going to be able to use it a lot more comfortable. It's just we didn't roll that number on the dice today, where it was just like, perfect, you know, perfect. We just did so much damage to that. If we got off a Shadow Ball, they either shielded it or it's just neutral. Anyways, into the next battle here. We're going to be met with a Garchomp. All right, couldn't call that one. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and just let this go through. It is going to be a Mud Shot again. Another Earth Power, as expected here. Building up to 2 Body Slams. So since we did let the first one go through, it does take them a minute to get up to the Earth Power. So we're going to be able to do a lot of damage with Lick, as well as spam the Body Slams on the Garchomp and eventually outpace them here. We are going to be able to shield this one up. And sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. It's just the way I feel. And they're going to be swapping into a Melmetal. They were trying to catch a Body Slam, I do believe. But we're going to go ahead and throw Superpower here. And then swap into our Conkeldurr. And we're looking just absolutely perfect. We're not going to be shielding anything up. We're just going to let this thing take the shots. I'm pretty sure they're going to get off 2 here. It's going to do a lot, but we're going to survive. And it's not worth using a shield. It's pointless. All right. And I would suspect they come in here maybe with Metagross to farm us. Nope, it's going to be a Garchomp. And we're just going to go ahead and throw the Dynamic Punch. We're getting a shield. We can't swap. Nothing we can do. And we are going to easily let this one go down. And they're using a lot of energy on that Earth Power there. So they're going to struggle to get to the next charge move here. Bringing in the Storm. Or not. Okay, take that back. I don't know what I'm talking about. Going for another Earth Power. But technically that's good because, well, they just used all of their energy. And we still have a shield left. We are going to let this go through, because we can survive it, and the quick move, it's not threatening us at all. We're going to be able to spam here, and yes, we're going for Psystrike, because we can get to it sooner. It still does a ton of damage, and this is going to be the end of the video. So if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn notifications on, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care, trainers.
So you're finally here! Fantastic!